Fidelity by William Wordsworth. Read for LibriVox.org by Reynard. Fidelity. Composed 1805. Published 1807. The young man whose death gave occasion to this poem was named Charles Goff, and had come early in the spring to Patterdale for the sake of angling. While attempting to cross over Helvellyn to Grasmere, he slipped from a steep part of the rock where the ice was not thawed, and perished. His body was discovered as described in this poem. Walter Scott heard of the accident, and both he and I, without either of us knowing that the other had taken up the subject, each wrote a poem in admiration of the dog's fidelity. His contains a most beautiful stanza. How long didst thou think that his silence was slumber? When the wind waved his garment, how oft didst thou start? I will add that the sentiment in the last 4 lines of the stanza of my verses was uttered by a shepherd with such exactness that a traveller, who afterwards reported his account in print, was induced to question the man whether he had read them, which he had not. One of the Poems of Sentiment and Reflection. Editor. A barking sound the shepherd hears, a cry as of a dog or fox. He halts and searches with his eyes among the scattered rocks, and now at distance can discern a stirring in a brake of fern, and instantly a dog is seen, glancing through that covert green. The dog is not of mountain breed, its motions, too, are wild and shy, with something, as the shepherd thinks, unusual in its cry. Nor is there any one in sight, all round in hollow or on height, nor shout nor whistle strikes his ear. What is the creature doing here? It was a cove, a huge recess, that keeps till June December's snow, a lofty precipice in front, a silent tarn below. Far in the bosom of Helvellyn, remote from public road or dwelling, pathway or cultivated land, from trace of human foot or hand, there something doth a leaping fish send through the tarn a lonely cheer. The crags repeat the raven's croak in symphony austere. Thither the rainbow comes, the cloud, and mists that spread the flying shroud, and sunbeams and the sounding blast, that if it could would hurry past, but that enormous barrier holds it fast. Not free from boding thoughts, awhile, the shepherd stood, then makes his way, o'er rocks and stones, following the dog as quickly as he may. Nor far had gone before he found a human skeleton on the ground. The appalled discoverer with a sigh looks round to learn the history. From those abrupt and perilous rocks the man had fallen, that place of fear. At length upon the shepherd's mind it breaks, and all is clear. He instantly recalled the name, and who he was, and whence he came, remembered too the very day on which the traveller passed this way. But here a wonder, for whose sake this lamentable tale I tell, a lasting monument of words, this wonder merits well. The dog, which still was hovering nigh, repeating the same timid cry, this dog had been through 3 months' space a dweller in that savage place. Yes, proof was plain that, since the day when this ill-fated traveller died, the dog had watched about the spot, or by his master's side. How nourished here through such long time He knows who gave that love sublime, and gave that strength of feeling great, above all human estimate. End of Fidelity by William Wordsworth. This recording is in the public domain.